Hi, this is John Dallas, and today I'm making a video on culture. Now, why am I making a video on culture? Well, it's important to know about the world around you because really, a woman doesn't really like a man who is not well traveled. So, I'm gonna share today a bit of cultural sharing with you and how you can easily learn about the cultures of the world around you. So, the first thing I wanted to bring up was the importance of learning about culture through their food. And today I'm going to share with you some traditional Italian foods. And then through this we'll learn about Italy, and then we'll become more knowledgeable in our culture. So here we are. This is my kitchen area. And the first thing I'm going to do in here is explore what I have in the freezer. So let's go take a look and see about the Italian food of their traditions that we can cook today. As you can see, I'm very well versed in the traditional Italian meal of pizzas. So we're going to take one of these and we're going to go through now of how to prepare and then cook this meal. So we're going to place it down like so. Next, we have to undo the wrapping, because if you cook with the plastic, it really will melt into the food, and that's something you don't really want. And more importantly, you don't want that because it's not really a part of the Italian tradition. So they don't usually cook with any plastics inside the food, and so likewise we're not going to cook without plastics in our food. As we can see, we have successfully got it out of the packaging. I'm going to turn it over and remove. I'll put that away for now behind me. And now we're going to actually place it inside of the oven. We close it, and then we begin to light. We have set it to 5, which of course is the Italian way of saying the number 5. And of course, it's important to know that to use these Italian words time to time to really keep up the Italian tradition, or it's really no longer traditional. So you have to remember to always use Gasmont 5 on your pizza. And now we're going to wait a while for it to cook. Now, of course, if you really want to be traditional, which we are, we must pay tribute to the Italian Tower of Pisa while we're waiting for our cooking to be done. And this is done very easily, like so. Stand to the side and get somewhere to lean. And now, we wait like this until the pizza is done. Now that our pizza is near enough done, I'm going to turn off the gas, and I'm going to wait a little while just so we can make sure it's fully done to the appropriate temperature. While we are waiting for that, we yet again continue the tradition of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, like so. And now we wait. Now that it's done, as you can see, it's put onto a plate and it's ready for eating. And you can also see that the tradition of the Leaning Tower is continued, that everything is actually leaning to the sides, the plate and the cutlery. And on top of that, the pizza remains in the middle, which represents the core of Italy, which the tradition revolves around. Now this is the part where the taste test is done, the traditional eating, but more importantly, this is where we really learn about the culture. It's for the taste of the meal itself. I'm going to cut off just a little piece. You don't want to cut off too big a piece, because you really will miss out on the delicacies of the meal. Now that the cutting is done, we can try it. It tastes very much like bread, which is shared amongst many cultures. So that's also indicative that they like to be inclusive of other lands. There is a lot of cheese and tomato, which really says a lot about their flavors people. They can be quite mild, respectful, but also they can have a bit of a tang, which could indicate a bit of zest in their lives and a bit of cheekiness and perhaps a little bit thinking outside of the box. And we can see how this relates to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and that it's inclusive, that it's a building, a human building, but it leans to the side, which also represents the tomato, which means they're a little bit out of the box. Always make sure to get a good taste in case you miss out on anything else. But really, I think that's all I have to say for today on this one. And I hope this lesson of culture has been useful to you. And I look forward to any video responses or comments on your cultural explorations. And I hope you like this video and subscribe. And I hope this helps also many of you to get many women, as they appreciate, as I said before, the depth of a man and his cultural experiences. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again next time.